field at Mamaroneck High School, the home of the Tigers. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Respectful manner.
Okay, if I set up right here, bud? Can I just push over?
Yeah, it should be fine. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna get it in the corner of the shot or not.
I'll back up a little bit.
Alright, yeah, that's perfect.
If it's a problem, I'll move back.
Alright, awesome. Shouldn't be a problem.
This is the casual thing anyway for the team.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, sports fans, to Mamaroneck High School and LMC Media's presentation of Boys Varsity Lacrosse. This is Stephen Astis coming to you from Memorial Field at the campus of Mamaroneck High School for the Section 1 playoff semifinal between the Mamaroneck Tigers and the Suffern Mounties. Mamaroneck comes into the game with a record of 15-1. They received a first-round bye and then had a quarterfinal forfeit over number 9 ranked Carmel due to some unfortunate scheduling on the part of the Carmel school system. And the opening face is picked up by Brady Auker, the junior Cornell commit. And Mamaroneck has the first possession. Bringing it into the offensive zone is the junior attacker, Alex Martin. Mamaroneck moves the ball around the box, and there is the big junior Henry Rayner, has the ball taken away momentarily by Mikey Nick Pond, and it's now picked up by Cole Sutherland. Sutherland dives down into the crease area looking for the pass. Mamaroneck unable to complete it, and it is a turnover, and Suffern will have its first possession. Patrick Marina looks to clear the ball, and an errant pass finds its way to the senior Alex Verney, who gets it over to his fellow senior Grant Malice. Malice works it up to Rhett Chambers, the sophomore, and now Mamaroneck will settle into its offense once again. Malice looking to break to the left, and the first shots score! gets past the sophomore call-up, Rob Trombetta. And Mamaroneck is on the board with its first goal of the day. Grant Malice with his 26th goal on the season, 15th in the section in scoring. Trailing on this team only Alex Martin, who has 46 goals on the season. A very potent Mamaroneck offense. Strikes early here on a beautiful sun-splashed day in Mamaroneck, New York. Will Schlamm once again controlling the face-off, and then there is Auker, the long pole. Picked up now by Martin, and there is a scrum as finally Malice controls the ball. Finds a player out on top, and he scores! Rhett Chambers strikes less than a minute after the first goal of the game. So Malice with one, now Chambers with one, and it's quickly 2-0 Mamaroneck. The Tigers pepper their opponents with shots. They play fast and furious, as you saw right there. Chambers sitting wide open out on top for the whip shot. Solid job again by Schlamm. And here comes Glinski, the sophomore midi. Tigers get the ball around to the X. Malice swings it back. There is Rayner out on top. Goes for a face dodge to his left, back to his right, and tries to pass it over to Malice. The pass sails high, and Suffern will have only its second possession. Suffern unable to successfully clear it the first time, as the ride from Mamaroneck caused the errant throw. Suffern successful on that clear, as Max Notiff harasses the attackman Joe Casarella. And now Suffern looks to get into its offense. All 7 of the juniors and seniors for Mamaroneck. Oh, geez, a really tight angle by Jake Leali, the senior midi, as he keeps it in the right hand and with literally no visible angle gets it past Jack Freed, the senior goaltender who is headed to Hamilton. You may recognize the name Freed from hockey, all you hockey fans out there. He sits between the pipes in both hockey and lacrosse. Let one by there. That was a tough shot by Leali. Good harassment there by Cole Soderlind. And now Auker once again controls the face. Triple teamed, looking for a teammate. We have a whistle, and I believe that is our first timeout of the afternoon. So we'll take a quick break with 8:56 remaining in the first quarter. Mamaroneck on top, 2-1 here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Stephen Astis back with you here at Mamaroneck High School. The Tigers lead the Mounties 2-1. Early in the first period, Henry Rayner starts possession, gets it over to Alex Martin. Martin carries it in behind the goal. Goes to his right. Oh, beautiful pass and shot. Score for Rhett Chambers, number 2 on the day, assist to Martin. They made that one look especially easy as Suffern seemed unprepared for Martin standing in the crease. I'm sure Coach McNally, in his nearly 28 years as coach at Suffern, will tell you the one thing you've got to do is clear the crease whenever possible. Loose ball infraction by... Yeah, it does look like a loose ball penalty against Suffern. Will give possession to Mamaroneck. Rayner takes it up top. Quick face dodge to his left. Martin one-hands it and sends it over to Malice. Malice looks to break down his defender there from the X. Nice spin move there. He keeps it in the left. Malice, a natural lefty, as those of you sports fans will know, he is a lefty throwing quarterback for the Tigers. Great pass and another goal. This time, Alex Martin, the recipient from Rhett Chambers. His first goal and the first assist to Chambers. We have another quick timeout as Mamaroneck jumps ahead 4-1 with 8 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back on LMC Media.
The LMC Media production van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media production van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Plus, like, you throw a couple fakes in there.
Yeah, it's going by really quick too, like quick pace.
Oh, yeah. The only way for the blue guys to stay in, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna have to start scoring triples. They have any chance.
Back again here on LMC Media. As I was beginning to explain, as Suffern scored their first goal, and there wasn't really any time as Mamaroneck came back with 3 quick goals of their own. All 7 juniors and seniors in the starting lineup for Mamaroneck are committed to Division I programs for lacrosse. Several of them are 2-sport athletes, some are even 3-sport athletes. You can see the athleticism across the board here for Mamaroneck, as Malice looks to strike quickly again, but the Tigers decide to settle down a little bit as Rhett Chambers now holds it out on the far side. He is pestered by Danny Johnson, a senior midfielder for Suffern. Now here comes Chambers with a quick pass to Malice, goes across the field, and the shot by Andrew Galinsky finds the back of the net. Sophomore Mitty gets his first tally of the day. 5-1, Mamaroneck quickly out in front on this Suffern Mounties squad. Suffern looking like they're going to have to take a page out of North Rockland's book, as Suffern suffered a comeback victory by North Rockland a few weeks back. So they are acutely aware of how scores can change quickly in lacrosse, as the ball still is loose on the ground after the face-off. It is kicked clear, and then Auker disrupts the pass from the Mounties player, and now Chambers has possession, gets it over. Oh, and a gorgeous deke face fake and shot by Alex Martin off the pass from Jack Ramsey. It's going to be tough to tell any stories today, folks, as Mamaroneck is just pouring it on, peppering Trombetta with shots from all different angles and directions. Ball still loose there. Auker with a good swipe opens it up for Glinski. Fights through the quadruple team, takes a shot to the helmet. I don't see a penalty. No matter. Here comes a spin move from Chambers. And Mamaroneck now settles it with the captain, Malice, at the X. Malice will try and take his defender. Oh, a beautiful one-timer to Martin. All the attention focused on the lefty Malice, and he slyly feeds it over to Martin for the one-timer. And Martin already with a hat trick on the day. So yes, you can see the talent on this Mamaroneck team, as there is now an official timeout that could be for heat. It is a scorcher here today in Mamaroneck, and the time right now is 5:50. So the sun's still high in the sky, and we will take a quick break here on LMC Media.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Stephen Astis back with you at Mamaroneck High School for Mamaroneck facing Suffern in the Section 1 Boys Lacrosse Semifinal game. Will Schlamm, the sophomore midi, once again with the successful face-off win. Henry Rayner had it. He was knocked down, and here comes Brady Auker leading the fast break. Back to Auker. Unable to get the shot off, but he regains possession, gets it over to Rhett Chambers. Chambers now to Rayner. Rayner winds up, shoots, and scores! Gorgeous power whip shot from Rayner. And he gets on the board with his first goal of the day. This Mamaroneck roster is littered with Division I talent and prospects. Several sophomores also talking to major programs throughout the U.S. as lacrosse continues its proliferation across the country and becomes an even more popular sport nationwide. Good job there from Joe Casarella. Sorry, correction, that's Danny Johnson on that face-off. And Suffern with only its third full possession here in the first quarter. 5:10 remaining. Mamaroneck dominating the early action here, 8-1. Suffern not fazed by the early score. They look to develop their offense and get things going. He doesn't even realize he has the ball knocked away by Chris Matthews. No, correction, I thought that was Ramsey. It's hard to tell. No, that is Ryan Gill. Sometimes these numbers are hard to see. My apologies, folks. Possession remains with Suffern. They move it behind the cage to Ben Burns. Burns tries to break down Henry Bennett. Bennett does a good job riding him away. There is Notiff. And now the ball coming out up on top to relative safety for Suffern. There is Casarella. Tries to get it back into the middle. Knocked away by Verney. Alex Verney, now recently committed to Washington and Lee for lacrosse, in addition to already being a college commit to play football for Washington and Lee in Virginia. There goes Ben Burns trying to put on a move against Notiff. Jake Leali, the top scorer for Suffern, tries to get something developing, but he is kept outside by Auker. Auker now stays out up top, and it is Ryan Gill. Good attempt there into the stick of Leali. The shot sails over the goal, but Suffern is there to back it up, so they will keep possession. Approaching 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Mamaroneck on top 8-1, as you see. It has been all Tigers here in the first quarter. Oh, great strip there by Notiff. Max Notiff. Great job of defense there on the Suffern attacker, stripping him just as he thought he had a shot. There is Verney in the offensive zone. And he will now trot back to defense. Oh, and a nasty shot from the talented junior Alex Martin. Drops it right under Trombetta's stick for his fourth goal of the day. 9-1 Mamaroneck. You can see the versatility of these offensive weapons for Mamaroneck. They make it look so easy, folks, but I can tell you firsthand that their stick handling is something to be marveled at. They make it look easy, but it sure is not. Being able to possess the ball through traffic, as you saw Henry Rayner doing, and Brady Auker with the long stick. Oh, and once again, Auker strips it. A long pass up ahead to Martin. He's right in front. Oh, and it's turned away by Trombetta. Martin put it off of his leg, and there's a shot from Malice with the right hand, sails long, but Martin is there for the backup. Martin gets it into Malice. Malice with one pump fake, gets it up to Rayner. Rayner headed to Providence to play his collegiate career. Lefty shot, blocked by Suffern. He picks it back up. Now righty shot and score. He will not be denied. Had the first shot deflect off the shaft of a defender. I think it was Mikey Nick Pond. It bounced right back into his area. He picked it up, spun, and put the right whip shot on for his second goal of the day, unassisted. I'm sure Graham Malice wouldn't mind getting the extra hockey assist, but considering all he did was really throw it up to the top, I'm not sure if we can score that one from Malice. No matter, he will get plenty of points on the board here before the day's through. Ooh, a minor mishap there by Auker, the normally sure stick Auker. Whiffed on that the first time, but there was no one in the area, so he was able to get back and retrieve it. That shot from Glinski went off the crossbar, out of bounds, and now Malice has it to Rayner. Shot, score! And just like that, Rayner has 3 of his own. This time Malice does get the assist. Gorgeous play by Mamaroneck, who seemed to be playing at simply another level here today. They are looking to take out their frustration for having their quarterfinal matchup against Carmel taken away from them due to a forfeiture by the Carmel team, as they had a prom scheduled, and the conflict had the seniors choose not to come down to Mamaroneck, New York, and be the sacrificial lamb for this top-ranked Mamaroneck team. Turnover there gives the ball to Suffern, and Quincy Harris will take it across midfield. So you could feel the frustration in this entire roster as they weren't able to get some more game time and get their playoff feet wet. You know, it's been such a long time with spring sports having been canceled last year. They wanted their opportunity to make a splash in the postseason. So now Suffern has to bear the brunt of it. 11-1 Tigers with less than a minute remaining in the first. You might have picked that up on the field mic, that the fans of Suffern are getting a little frustrated with the methodical pace of this Mounties team. They just have not been able to find much by way of an opening in this Mamaroneck defense. Suffern tries to come out from behind the cage. Julian Epstein is there to defend. Pass into the middle, the one-timer is whiffed. Henry Bennett peels it away and then sends it to Nodoff, who gets it up to David Belisle. Belisle over to Malice, who shoots at the buzzer, and it's turned away, but not before the Tigers put 11 on the board in just the first period. We'll be back in just a moment with second quarter action here on LMC Varsity Sports. Stephen Astis back with you at Mamaroneck High School for the sectional semifinals in boys lacrosse. The score is the Suffern Mounties 1, the Mamaroneck Tigers 11. Mamaroneck now going left to right. Whip shot from Malice. Top shelf for the score. A gorgeous shot from the lefty in the right slot over the stick of Rob Trombetta. Trombetta has made 6 or 7 starts as a call-up to replace Joseph Presenzano, who was injured earlier this season. And I get the feeling that he may not have seen an offensive onslaught like this before. So it's going to take a little while for him to adjust, if at all. Walker overruns that one. Makes a nice hatchet attempt there as Cole Soderlund helps out on the harassment, and the ball goes out of bounds. Possession to Mamaroneck. Soderlund stalls momentarily, gets it over to Will Knowles. Ball pops out of his stick and is now handled by Trey Fisher. Fisher gets it back over to Knowles, who goes behind the cage. Breaks back over to the right side, looks for a passer, gets it in front. Soderlund unable to handle it, but Mamaroneck's Rayner takes it back before Suffern's able to clear it. Time of possession heavily favoring the Tigers here today. And it's showing on the scoreboard. Rayner stays right-handed. Side shot turned away by Trombetta. Good save there from the sophomore. Overthrow on the pass. And there is Bennett clearing it, bringing it back across. Good job keeping possession, getting it up to Fisher, and we have a whistle on the field and a timeout by Coach Barnard. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I've learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
Everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, like, positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. Just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, it kind of feels like a family.
Back here for second quarter action. This is Stephen Astis at Mamaroneck High School. Tigers with a commanding 12-1 lead with 10:20 remaining in the half. Some wholesale substitutions for Mamaroneck. Good job dodging there. Shot from Fisher. Unable to get a solid whip on it, so it goes softly into the stick of Trombetta. Mamaroneck riding Suffern effectively here as they try and clear it. Trombetta gets it up to Marina, who clears it for Suffern, but not before Charlie Miller is able to take it away. Miller gets it over to Knowles. Knowles back to Miller. No, sorry, back to Fisher. Oh, and a gorgeous follow-up shot and score from the junior, Bradley Magram. The junior midi came in after the ball popped free. Oh, and they don't call it. No, they wave the goal off. So here comes Suffern back the other way, Joe Mahecha. Junior bringing it across, gets it over to Timmy Fay. Fay ridden hard by Bennett up top. Walker playing crease defense for the Tigers. Good stop there. I'm not sure if that went off a stick or the post. I think that went off the shaft of a stick. Suffern able to retain possession though. And there is Nick, nope, sorry, that is Mahecha. Good job of taking it away is Walker. Reed Weiss should have known better than to drop that ball on the ground in front of the ever-present Brady Walker. He is everywhere. Verney has his stick knocked out of his hands. And they call a stoppage. I'm not really sure what the whistle was for there, if Suffern's maintaining possession. Verney in the electric, I will call that electric fuchsia cleats. I suppose they are orange. Timmy Fay gets it back behind the goal. Mahecha is ridden hard by David Belisle. Now it's Reed Weiss going inside, has it knocked away nicely by Will Schlamm, but Suffern's able to maintain possession. That shot sails wide and will stay Suffern possession. Another attempt to go inside by Suffern, turned away this time by Belisle. There's Bennett harassing Fay. Good stick checks by the sophomore. Shot off the side of the net, and there's Jack Freed clearing it out to Walker. And Walker wheels it across midfield and will come into the offensive zone. He'll think about shooting, he does, and it sends it past the goal. Not sure how they called that Suffern possession, considering Trey Fisher was clearly behind the goal. A merciful call by the officials as possession goes to Suffern. And we'll see if they're able to clear it. Knocked free there. Picked up by Charlie Dente. Dente goes to the ground, maintains possession. Oh, and he finally has it stripped away by Ryan Schelling. Schelling pushes it close, and whip shot, score by Timmy Fay. Goes up high on Jack Freed for the second goal of the day for Suffern.
I mean, they only took out the 3 starting attackers. I'm not trying to say. Yeah. They've been sitting on the bench for 10 minutes.
Mamaroneck has become a powerhouse in lacrosse in Section 1 and New York State in general. Coach Jeff Barnard came here a little over 10 years ago and really got this program off the ground after several losing seasons. Hit from behind by Schlamm, called loose ball foul on Mamaroneck. So Suffern will take possession. Caden Chambers up top, number 14. Defending hard on Chris Smith. Now it's Will Schlamm. Ball goes behind the goal. Pass deflected by Max Nautif. Goes out of bounds. Did go off of Nautif's stick, so Suffern will retain possession. Timmy Fay has it. And here comes Charlie Windworth. Windworth thinks about going inside, is turned away by a host of Mamaroneck defenders, starting with Charlie Dente. Dente still on him. Thinks about going over the top with a stick check, but Windworth throws it, deflects off Henry Bennett's stick. Oh, they had a pass to the top there, but it went off of Timmy Fay's stick, unable to get the shot off, and there is another shot that sails wide, and Freed chases it down himself, so Mamaroneck with a clear opportunity. Or an opportunity to clear, for those of you not familiar with lacrosse jargon. Freed gets it all the way up to Rayner, standing near midfield, and he races about 20 more yards before handing it off to Soderlund. Soderlund gets it over to Glinski, now to Rayner, and Rayner will start the offense at the top of your screen. Glinski tries to set a pick for Rayner. He's unable to use it, but no matter, he gets through anyway. That pass to Will Knowles finds the ground momentarily before he gets it over to Trey Fisher. Fisher to the far slot. And Mamaroneck continues to swing the ball around. Here is Glinski using the pick from Soderlund. Shot from Fisher. Takes a bounce a little too short to be an effective shot on goal. And here comes Soderlund, who stepped out of bounds. Gorgeous new field here at Memorial Field, and some renovations to the grandstand, including the addition of this wonderful press box. But this is a multi-sport field, so sometimes the lines can get a little confusing, as it appears to have fooled Mamaroneck there as they step out of bounds. Shot sails high off the stick of Jake Leali. Suffern is in position though, so they will retain possession. Clock is stopped with 3:05 remaining. It's now 3 minutes left. Soft turnaround shot from Suffern there, sails out of bounds, but again, Suffern, the Mounties there to follow it up, so they retain possession. 2:57 remaining in the first half. Mamaroneck on top, 12-2. Charlie Dente harasses, oh, a nice one-timer to the stick of Joe Casarella, who puts it in the back of the net for the third goal of the game. It's now 12-3 Mamaroneck with 2:39 remaining in the first half. This is a great opportunity for Coach Barnard to get some of his younger players and reserve players some much needed postseason experience. You never know when an injury or some other calamity might befall a player, and you have to press a less experienced player into action in prime time. Nice to get them some action here. A beautiful interception by Dente, who now races across midfield, tries to get the pass over to Henry Mackey. It is Trey Fisher who picks it up. Gets it back over to Dente. And now Jack Ramsey, the sophomore midi, playing catch with Will Knowles. Knowles with a nice fake. Shot bounces off Trombetta. It's loose on the ground. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher with the shot, sails wide, and it's a race to the ball. Looks like the Mounties will be closest. Quincy Harris, the sophomore midi, races back first to the ball, first to the sideline. And now Suffern will try and clear. Henry Bennett has his stick knocked out of his hands, but not before David Belisle can pick it up, get it over to Alex Verney. That ball knocked away, and Suffern once again gets possession. Henry Bennett with a major size advantage on Timmy Fay, but Fay's elusiveness served him well there as he's able to get past Bennett, but the shot turned back by Freed. Suffern trying to get possession. He is hounded by 3 Mamaroneck defenders. And now Notiff gets it over to Bennett. Bennett over to Caden Chambers. And Mamaroneck now with possession. Knowles sends it back up to Galinsky. He's unable to handle it. Turnover goes to Suffern. Odd man opportunity and the score. I believe that is Ben Burns, the junior attacker, who played the odd man rush well and scored. Yes, it is Burns for the 4th goal, and it's now cut the lead to 12-4. Mamaroneck on top, 11 seconds remaining in the half. On to take the face for Mamaroneck is number 12, Will Schlamm. He will face off against number 18, Danny Johnson for the Mounties. Picked up by Galinsky. He has 5 seconds. Ball is knocked free, and it looks like there will not be a shot on goal before the end of the first half. So that'll do it here for the first half. Mamaroneck dominant from start to finish, and they have a commanding 12-4 lead. As we head into halftime, we'll be back in 10 minutes here on LMC Media.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools, watching your government, with your neighbors. LMC Media, building community through media.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation?
LMC Media has what you need.
Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops.
The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
Everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, like, positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. Just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, it kind of feels like a family.
The LMC Media Production Van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media Production Van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen? LMC Media has what you need. Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high definition cameras. To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to Streaming Channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Everywhere you looked, you saw pain and loss.
The situation was dire, and I think we all needed to see some light in the darkness.
If you turned on the TV at night, all you saw were stories of loss and fear.
But on a local level, there was hope. And those were the stories that we wanted to focus on.
LMC stepped in and served as a communication bridge, not only to disseminate important information, but also to uplift our community.
LMC was able to showcase so many heroic acts taking place locally, stories that without hyperlocal media wouldn't have reached a viewing audience.
Welcome to LMC Media and our community conversations.
Our community conversations pieces were one way to let everyone know that despite all of the terrible tragedies taking place, there were amazing things happening in our community.
People look to those stories for hope and connection. I think that's what's so important. The fact that LMC has kept us all connected.
LMC taught us how to come together digitally. They helped us with every Zoom meeting from the start till now and kept us being able to connect with you.
I just want to thank LMC Media for being there for us throughout this emergency and for helping us look out for one another. You're a vital part of this community, and we could not function and govern and take care of our residents without your vital input.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Turn it down.
Turn it down, okay, yeah. I was using the filters and some stuff on here, and honestly, because of the way the sun is so hard, it's not that bright.
Yeah.
It's not working. Let's put it on auto.
Yeah.
In our field this time, I'm not going to stand.
Stephen Astis back with you on LMC Varsity Sports for second half action in the Section 1 boys lacrosse semifinals. Mamaroneck with a commanding 12-4 lead as we start the second half. Starters back on the field for Mamaroneck. Walker tries to scoop that away, but Suffern able to come away with it, and there is Walker once again with the tomahawk chop. He now grabs possession, flips it over to Freed, who sails it to the other side to Max Notiff. Notiff looks to take it himself, but fakes him out and sends it over to Julian Epstein. Epstein gets it up to Alex Martin, who races into the offensive zone. Now Rayner with the shot. Sails past the goal, but Malice is there to retrieve it. So Mamaroneck will retain possession. Ball finds its way from Chambers to Galinsky, and now Rayner. This offensive roster for Mamaroneck is lethal from all different points. Everyone is a scoring threat from every different spot on the field. Really leaves Suffern little options as where to direct the flow of the offense if they have the ability to do so. There is Chambers, stutter step, turns back, shot, handled by Trombetta. Solid save. He's made a couple of special kinds of saves here today against this offensive onslaught from Mamaroneck. So they took Trombetta out, actually. It's now Presenzano back in goal. He was out with an injury, but I guess the coach decided he wanted to go another direction and give the senior another shot. Oh, and a score from Suffern. Took Freed by surprise there. Quick pass and then shot came in as Freed was unaware and unable to get his stick up in time. Cuts it to 12-5. Good job there from Schlamm getting the ball over to Galinsky for another face-off win. Freed will now start the clear with Nodif. Max Nodif does a good job of deking the defender and then hands it off to Charlie Dente. Nodif and Dente are familiar with each other in hockey as well as lacrosse. And now Alex Martin has it behind the goal, gets it over to the southpaw Malice. Malice will be headed to Bucknell, following in his brother Reed's footsteps. Ramsey gets it around, now Malice has it at the X. Tries to get it to Martin, off the side of his stick. And now Suffern with possession. Good job there from Ryan Schelling getting across the midline. And the ball goes out of bounds to Mamaroneck. Martin now back to Malice. Malice finds the cutting Dente, but Presenzano does a good job stopping that one. Dente has the stick knocked out of his hands, and there's Kyle Joyce trying to clear the ball. We have a timeout by Suffern, so we'll take a quick break. Score is 12-5 with 8:22 remaining here in the third quarter. This is Stephen Astis on LMC Varsity Sports.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
Back with you on LMC Media. Mamaroneck leading Suffern 12-5. 8:22 remaining in the third quarter. Suffern still in the midst of trying to clear the ball. There are too many players on one side of the field, so offsides is the call. Basic mistake there from Suffern. Let's see if they pay the price as Auker finds the pass. Oh, too easy. Auker to Chambers to Martin for the score. Martin with his 5th goal of the game. Chambers with his his second assist. And the hockey assist to Auker. Alex Martin does such a good job of making the game come to him and making it look so easy. You saw there he didn't have to do much with it. Just catch and shoot. And don't take too much time. That is the effectiveness of the one-timers. It's hard for the goalie to react when he's focused on attention on one side of the field and the ball comes flying in from the other side, and before you can even turn around, it is on you. Great job of closing out by Jack Freed there as the shot sails high. Suffern was there to back up, so they'll retain possession. Pick play handled nicely by Noddiff. Good stick check there, distracts the shooter, Ben Burns. He sails that shot wide of the goal. Suffern was there to keep possession. Good job of defense. Whip shot coming. Saved by Freed. Saw that whip shot coming from a mile away, and as fast as it came in, he was still able to handle it with his big goalie stick. Make it look like nothing more than a game of pitch and catch. Here comes Malice on the fast break. Shot to Chambers. Score. Another assist for the Bucknell commit, Grant Malice. This time to Rhett Chambers for his 3rd goal of the day. And it's 14-5. Malice is the younger brother of a Bucknell graduate, Reed Malice, who was a 2-time All-American at Bucknell and was also drafted into Major League Lacrosse. He decided to opt for a career as a financial professional instead and forego his lacrosse career postgraduate. He and Peter Connolly, who is the all-time scoring leader at Mamaroneck, Reed Malice, the all-time points leader at Mamaroneck. Peter Connolly played his college career at Georgetown and then finished up with graduate level transfer at Duke. They were part of the genesis of this Mamaroneck lacrosse dynasty which has developed. Most people, when they think of Mamaroneck sports as Malice comes around, looks for someone to pass it to. Now he thinks about a shot for himself. He'll settle out and now try and break down the defender. Goes to his right hand, has it stolen by Marina, Patrick Marina, and Suffern will now try and clear. Good job of defense by Julian Epstein. Oh, and it has it knocked away, but no matter. His teammate Nadif is there. Gets it over to Ramsey. Ramsey over to Malice once again, and the captain on the field and in the books will start the offense. Gets it over to Chambers. Chambers thinks about it with the left, gets it to Martin. Martin comes around the crease. Malice to Galinsky. Galinsky comes off the slot. Shot, score. Galinsky with his second goal of the day. So as I was starting to say, when you think of Mamaroneck sports on a statewide level, the town is known mostly for its hockey and baseball on the boys' side and its field hockey on the girls' side. But it has become a hotbed for lacrosse ever since Malice and Conley got things going, and with the leadership of Brian Martin and the Mamaroneck Youth Lacrosse League, the Larchmont Mamaroneck Youth Lacrosse League, they have built a fantastic development program as that shot sails high over the goal. Will Martin starred here at Mamaroneck and then went on to play, I believe, at Yale. And now Alex Martin will be going to the University of Pennsylvania. Great pass up to Rhett Chambers, who scores, and Julian Epstein gets his first assist of the day. And a congratulatory chest bump from AV, Big Al Verney. Mamaroneck started to feel the threat after a couple of goals before the end of the first half and another to start the second half, but they've jumped back into the scoring column and have put a few back onto the board with 5 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It is 16-5 Tigers over the Mounties. Good job once again from Will Schlamm, the sophomore. And it ends up in the stick of Brady Auker. Good stick check there from Chrysler for Suffern, but it did not affect Auker. Auker has a tremendous lacrosse pedigree of his own, as his mother, Cindy DeFelice Auker, was an All-American at Franklin and Marshall, which has one of the best Division III women's lacrosse programs in the nation. A perennial title contender. There is the large frame of Henry Rayner fighting for possession. And now a great job from his midfield teammate Cole Soderlund to gain possession. And now there is Andrew Galinsky rolling. Now shot from Rayner, score! Coming up a little hobbled after that goal. Looks like he might have taken a stick to the leg, and we've got a timeout on the field. So with 3:56 remaining in the third quarter, we'll step away here on LMC Media. Back with you on LMC Media. It's 17-5 Mamaroneck. Troy Conlon, the sophomore call-up, will take the face-off for Mamaroneck. He has Alker at the top of your screen and Charlie Miller at the bottom. Conlon almost came up with that one, but it ends up in Charlie Miller's stick. Quick correction there. Alex Martin's older brother Will played his college lacrosse at Wesleyan in the NESCAC, the New England Small College Athletic Conference, a collection of some of the best schools in the country with some of the best lacrosse players. Bradley Magrum getting his first action. There is Henry Mackey, the freshman. Get it over to Will Knowles. Knowles gets it behind to Trey Fisher. Mackey thinks about the shot and then tries for the pass to Fisher. Sails a little wide of his stick, so that is a turnover to the Mounties. We have some substitutions on the fly now as Alker comes back in for defensive purposes. Suffern attempting to clear here, and that pass a little low from Joe Mahecha Jr. to the stick of Patrick Marina. And here comes from Mamaroneck the other way, and it beautiful pass from Fisher to Knowles, and Knowles notches his first goal of the game. 18-5. So now with a 13-goal lead, the clock will be a running clock now, climbing under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And on to take the face-off for Mamaroneck is the senior defenseman, Caden Chambers. He'll have Charlie Miller on the near side and Bradley Magrum on the top side of your screen. Good job there from Casarella. Will not be shown up by the backup face-off man for Mamaroneck. Good solid hit there from Ben Burns on Julian Epstein, and now we have our first penalty on Mamaroneck. First penalty of the game, I believe. Slash is the call. Not sure who that was on. It was hard to see, but I do see Max Notiff heading over to the sideline. Yes, it is Notiff who will be in the penalty box. So the first EMO, extra man opportunity for Suffern with 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll see if they can make the penalty pay off, as Mamaroneck is now playing man down. They have Verney and Alker on the top with Epstein, Chambers, and Schlamm manning the crease. That shot sails wide of the goal, but Suffern obviously there to collect it. And Suffern decides to hold it so that they have possession and an extra man to start the fourth period. So we'll be back in just a moment here. Mamaroneck leads 13-5. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter on LMC Varsity Sports.
The LMC Media Production Van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media production van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Stephen Assis back with you at Mamaroneck High School. As you may recall, if you were with us for the end of the third quarter, Suffern had possession, so they will start the fourth quarter with possession and an extra man for a few more seconds. Taking their sweet time, getting something going into the middle. However, Charlie Dente was there to disrupt the play. Epstein gets it over to Dente. Dente ridden hard and a good takeaway. Oh, but he takes it right back. See if he can grab possession. Oh, he loses possession of his stick. And we have a whistle and a stoppage. And turnover goes back to Suffern on the play. Suffern tried to start things up a little too close to midfield, so the referee stopped them and made them go back. Once again, with the 13-goal lead, the clock will continue to run, and we're already under 11 minutes to go. Great pass and shot from Mahecha. Pass coming off the stick of the senior attacker, Timmy Fay, to the junior midi, Joe Mahecha Jr. And it's now 18-6. Suffern scores again unanswered, and the clock will start stopping for stoppages in play on a hot and humid day as the sky is becoming very overcast. I'm sure Mamaroneck would like to dispatch with this Mounties team as quickly as possible and move on to the sectional championship. Right now, Scarsdale and North Rockland are competing in the other semifinal. We've been unable to ascertain a score as Mamaroneck tried to start a little too quickly there, and the referee stopped them just like he stopped Suffern on the play before, so they'll run it back again. And Freed is flanked by Henry Douglas, who gets the pass from Freed, gets it over to Charlie Miller, who crosses midfield and gets it into the offensive zone. Over to Knowles. Swings it all the way around. And now Caden Chambers gets it back over to Miller. Lefty pass from Fisher, and a shot from Henry Mackey is turned away by Joe Presenzano. Ball sailed out of bounds off Suffern, so Mamaroneck will get possession back. Junior midi Trey Fisher has it now behind the goal. Gets it over to Will Knowles. Knowles taking his time as Mamaroneck is in no hurry here. At a certain point, they will get the delay warning from the referee if they don't play it into the box. They are now in the box, and at a certain point, if they don't make a play towards the goal, they will have to stay in the box, and then Suffern will have effectively closed the distance. Oh, a gorgeous shot there from, let's see who that was. Is that Will Schlamm? Sorry, I didn't get a look at who scored that one. I had thought maybe it was, yes, it was Will Knowles on the goal, his second of the day. See, their offense moves so fast, even I have trouble keeping up with who it was that shot that one. Luckily, I do have the advantage of replay here in the booth, so I was able to check that out, and the junior Will Knowles does a masterful job with the lefty shot from a low angle. The legal face there by Mamaroneck gives possession to Suffern. Score now 19-6 with 7 minutes remaining in regulation. Of course, you lacrosse fans out there may remember about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, it's hard to remember with COVID, but Ward Melville in the state championship was down 4 goals with just over 4 minutes remaining in the game, and they were able to score 4 times. Oh, a great job there of a pass from Joe Mahecha. And I believe that goal was from Ben Burns. So it's now 19-7, back to a 12-goal lead. 6 minutes remaining here in the game. And Troy Conlin once again will take the face-off for the Tigers. He has a couple other JV call-ups with him for the center face-off. And there is Henry Mackey hounding Jacob Craggs of Suffern. There's a whistle on the play, and we have a timeout here with 5:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mamaroneck with a commanding 19-7 lead. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation? LMC Media has what you need. Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
We're back with 5:27 remaining in the game. Suffern brings it across midfield. Joe Mahecha has possession. Wanted to correct the record. I had mentioned that Barnard has been here a little over 10 years. He's actually been here almost 23 years, taking over in 1998, and has built quite a solid program of excellence here at Mamaroneck. He had mentioned that there wasn't even a JV program and only 18 kids on the varsity roster when he took over. They had made it to 3 sectional title games and lost to Yorktown all 3 times. Yorktown being an absolute dominant program here in Section 1. As Mamaroneck brings it across midfield, and Will Knowles controls it up top. Gets it over to Charlie Miller. Barnard credits the youth program in 2005-2006. That was the first time he had varsity players that were graduates of that youth lacrosse program, and the success that came from that only spurred on more involvement in the youth program, and it grew and grew and grew to the point it's at today, which is one of the more successful youth lacrosse programs in the state. That shot handled nicely by the backup goalie, Chris Matthews, a junior. Matthews turned it over though, and Suffern was able to make him pay for that mistake, as they have now cut it to 19-8 and the clock stops. So 3:27 remaining in the game. It's now an 11-goal lead. Junior Donnie Gomez now on for the face-off on the short side. And Caden Chambers takes the face at midfield. We have a score in the other semifinal. It is 9-8. Scarsdale victorious over North Rockland 9-8. So unless something absolutely unheard of happens here at Mamaroneck, they will host their crosstown rivals, my alma mater, in the sectional championship on Saturday. And we plan to be here to cover it on LMC Media. Teddy Connor there for Mamaroneck was the defender that took that shot. Ball sailed out of bounds with 2:54 remaining. Trey Fisher is behind the goal. I believe Henry Mackey has possession of the ball. Yes, he does, and he will bring it in as the clock resumes. Gets it over to Fisher. Fisher to shot there by another sophomore call-up. Suffern sails it all the way down. Oh, and it's caught. Fake shot, and then a full shot on goal by Ben Burns. Sails over the goal, but Suffern is there to retain possession. So Mamaroneck sends its defense back into position, and Timmy Fay will try and break down the defender. Pass through the crease handled well by Matthews in goal. And now here comes Mamaroneck to break the press. Good job there from Mamaroneck. Oh, the pass sails wide. Good job keeping it in play is Trey Fisher. Fisher comes around the right side. The shot misses the goal mouth. But Mamaroneck is there to back up. 1:44 remaining. Matthews has come out of goal, and he is replaced by another sophomore call-up. Barnard doing a great job of getting his JV call-ups some game action here in the sectional semifinals. And they have comported themselves very well, making some impressive plays. I apologize, sports fans, that I don't have everyone's name corresponding to their number, but I'll be sure to handle that for the final. 1:05 remaining. Mamaroneck in command, 19-8. Suffern will play out the string here and have what looks to be one final possession. But first, they have to clear the ball. Fantastic defense by Mamaroneck to complement the lethal offense that they've had and has served them well all season long. They just had that one hiccup against an extremely talented Briarcliff team. Other than that, they have not really had any blemish in any individual game. They had a few close contests, but against some of the best competition in Section 1, they were as dominant, nearly as dominant as they've been here today. And I'm sure they'll be licking their chops at the opportunity to play their heated rival, the Scarsdale Raiders, in the sectional championship coming up just a few days from now. Clock now at 15 seconds in the game, and Mamaroneck will be content to just let the clock run out. He checks it one last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will do it. So the Mamaroneck Tigers victorious over the Suffern Mounties, and they are on to the sectional championship. It's been a pleasure bringing you boys lacrosse playoff action here from Memorial Field. We will be back on Saturday with more action. For our executive producer, Rob Moretti, and the executive director of LMC Media, Matt Sullivan, I'm Stephen Astis. Have a great day, sports fans.